So, let's take a trip back to 2008. You're on your couch, Mario Kart Wii controller in hand, racing your friends on Rainbow Road. Everyone's screaming, someone's accusing you of cheating with the blue shell, and the stakes astronomically high. Because you're playing for your honor, the most valuable resource. Fast forward to today and look at my collection. Hundreds of games spanning from Assassin's Creed to Just Cause. All with stunning graphics, intricate plots, and mechanics that make old school games look like a PowerPoint slideshow. And yet I feel paralyzed. Which game should I play? Do I stealth through Arkham Knight's rooftops? Do I blow up cities in Just Cause? Or do I parkour across rooftops in Assassin's Creed Valhalla? Spoiler, I don't know which one to play. I just stare at my backlog like it's an overdue school project. Let's talk about Mario Kart. This game is pure nostalgia, whether it's the classic 64 version or the polished beauty of 8 Deluxe. But recently I rediscovered it in a whole new way. Online play. Racing strangers who toss banana peels at you like they're professional assassins is pure fun. It's like stepping into the Hunger Games but with carts and Koopa Troopas. Growing up, video games were a safe haven for me. They weren't just about beating levels or collecting trophies. They were a gateway to adventure, a ticket to impossible worlds, and honestly, one of the easiest ways to lose track of the time. But for me, somewhere along the way, something changed. As I started to get older, life got busier, responsibilities piled up, and gaming went from being a passion to something that, well, I just didn't enjoy as much. And I know that I'm not alone in this. So many of us who grow up immersed in games are finding ourselves struggling to recapture that same spark. The excitement of opening a new game, or the joy of pulling off a crazy stunt. Or even just the simple satisfaction of leveling up. It's all starting to feel so distant. But why? I've realized that the way to reignite this passion isn't about finding the perfect game or forcing yourself to play more. It's about redefining what gaming means to you. Is it about escapism, a way to unwind? Or maybe it's about connecting with others. Once you pinpoint what it is, everything else falls into place. For me, one big breakthrough was creating an actual experience around gaming. It's not just something I squeeze in after work, it's an event. I make sure my space is comfortable, grab my favorite snacks, and set aside time to fully immerse myself. Even something as simple as dimming the lights and turning up the volume can make a huge difference. And another thing that brought back the fun in gaming is gaming with friends. Whether it's teaming up in chaotic co-op or racing each other for bragging rights. The shared experience remind me why I fell in love with gaming in the first place. And let's not forget, sometimes the best way to enjoy gaming is to take a step back. Give yourself permission to take a break. That doesn't mean you've outgrown it. It just means you're making space for the passion to return naturally. It's not a breakup, it's a breather. Trying new things has also been a game changer, literally. It's easy to get stuck replaying the old games, but stepping out of your comfort zone can lead to some unexpected gems. That one weird indie game or obscure classic, that could be the thing that makes you fall in love with gaming all over again. Only less than 2% of my viewers are subscribed, so if you appreciate the videos, please consider subscribing to my channel. So, at the end of the day, gaming is supposed to bring joy. It's not about beating every boss, unlocking every achievement, or keeping up with the latest trends. It's about finding what makes you happy. Whether it's a nostalgic trip down memory lane or a new adventure that pushes you out of your comfort zone. One thing that's often overlooked is the pressure of choice. Having access to dozens or even hundreds of games sounds like a dream come true. But in reality, too much choice can be paralyzing. You end up scrolling through your library, unable to commit to anything, because there's always a nagging thought. What if there's something better that I could be playing right now? This paradox of choice can drain the fun out of gaming before you even start, turning what should be an escape into an overwhelming decision-making process. Let's talk about nostalgia. It's not just a buzzword, it's a powerful tool for rekindling your joy. Revisiting older games, even ones you've played already, can reignite those early feelings of excitement. Whether it's gliding through Gotham City as Batman, or pulling off stunts in Just Cause 2, diving back into those familiar worlds can remind you why you fell in love with gaming in the first place. It's not about trying to recreate the past, it's about re-experiencing that sense of wonder with fresh eyes. And sometimes, the key to enjoying games again is finding balance. Gaming shouldn't feel like an obligation or something you have to do to stay in the loop. Taking time to explore other hobbies or even just step away from screens can make gaming feel fresh again when coming back. After all, the best part of a great game is the anticipation of coming back to it. When you let gaming complement your life rather than dominate it, it starts to feel less like a chore and more like the escape it's meant to be. Sometimes, the way we approach gaming changes as we grow. As kids, gaming was pure unfiltered fun. There was no pressure to complete all the backlog or squeeze value out of every game we bought. It was about the journey, not the destination. As adults, it's easy to let games become a to-do list, another task in an already packed schedule. But stepping back and reminding yourself that it's okay to play a game just for fun, without any end goals or achievements, can completely transform the experience. Another overlooked factor is whether the games we're playing truly align with who we are right now. People evolve, and so do their tastes. That adrenaline rush you used to get from stealth missions in Assassin's Creed might not be as thrilling anymore. And that's okay. Maybe now you're more into creative sandbox games or story-driven narratives. It's worth asking yourself, are you playing what you think you should play? Or are you exploring what genuinely excites you today? Don't be afraid to experiment and rediscover your gaming identity. And lastly, it's important to disconnect sometimes, not just from gaming, but from the constant noise of social media and gaming communities. There's so much pressure to stay up to date with the latest releases, patch notes, or multiplayer trends that it can feel overwhelming. Giving yourself permission to unplug from those external expectations and focus on what you enjoy at your own pace can bring back that spark of joy. Gaming should feel like a privilege, not an obligation. So, if you've been feeling stuck or uninspired when it comes to gaming, don't worry, it's normal, and there's no right or wrong way to approach it. Experiment, take your time, and most importantly, have fun. And hey, if you have any tips or stories about rediscovering your love for gaming, share them in the comments. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed this, maybe you'll enjoy my next one. And as always, don't forget to like, share, comment, donate, masturbate.